I wanted to make this video because just yesterday my dad was watching some news channel or something, and they were talking about atheism and how atheism is worse in politics. It's worse to be an atheist in politics than it is to be both gay and Muslim. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay or being a Muslim, but I mean in this political environment we have today, those two things are considered bad, but being an atheist is considered worse, which sucks for me because I am in politics and I am atheist. So I wanted to tell you guys about my story growing up without religion. I don't want to say growing up as an atheist because I didn't grow up with the idea of God at all. So it wasn't really like I was growing up believing that there was no God, if you know what I'm saying. I just didn't grow up with the idea at all. My dad was raised Jewish and my mom was raised Christian, but neither of them really believed in God or anything. So my sister and I were raised with a lot of religious holidays, I guess. We celebrate Easter, but just as the bunny and eggs, without any sort of religious meaning. We celebrate Passover. I guess that was the most religious holiday that we celebrated because my uncle would read from the Old Testament and in Hebrew and stuff, and I didn't really understand though what it meant. I just thought it was oh great, I'm the youngest, I have to read from this book. I thought it was mostly about just a story of people and how they were set free. I didn't really connect it with religion when I was really young. We also celebrate both Christmas and Hanukkah. To me as a kid that just meant getting more days of presents. The only thing that really affected me not having any sort of religion was when I was little, all my friends would go to the same church and the same religious programs and stuff or after school, and so I would be why can't I go? That's how everyone makes friends. I sort of blamed not having religion on not having more friends. So that was something that I kind of felt left out on, but it's not really that big of a deal. I'm not going to say that it hasn't affected me mentally at all, because it has, just in the way that when most people think about I guess I was a weird kid because I thought about dying sometimes when it was really late at night and I was just getting over emotional and stuff, and I guess most people when they think of death and stuff, they think of heaven or something somewhere where they just live. I'm not sure what the idea of heaven is besides living in eternal bliss. I guess that's the main idea. And so when I thought of death, I was when I die, that's it. There's nothing else. Just dark nothingness. And so that kind of made me sad sometimes. But at the same time, I can't imagine believing in the idea of an afterlife. Just because I didn't grow up with it. Just some people can't believe in the idea of not having an afterlife. I just can't think of that as being realistic. I've tried. When I was younger, I was it would be so much easier just if I believed in a heaven, if I believed in an afterlife, that would be so much easier on me. But I just couldn't do it. And a lot of people I think believe atheists are bad people or don't have morals, but I'm not the spokesperson or anything, but For me, for my family, it's not the case at all. We're just a normal family. My parents are teachers. My sister graduated from UC. I go to UC, get good grades. I have one tattoo, but I know a lot of people who are religious who have tattoos as well. I don't do drugs. I've drank before. I've never done any other type of drugs besides like drinking alcohol. If anything, the idea of not having an afterlife has made me be a better person and want to do more, because I feel like this is it. Like, I have this one life to live and that's it, and so I should do as much as I can with this life that I'm able to. I should help as many people as possible and make my mark on the world for the better. And so I want to get into politics so I can, join the Peace Corps and do volunteer work and just like change the world for the better, because I don't believe in the afterlife. Some people do better things to obtain the afterlife, but for me it's because I don't believe in it, and I want to be able to make my mark on the world, because there's after life, but that's it, So that's what I believe, at least. And yeah, and so I just want to make this video because I feel like a lot of people stigmatize atheists and atheism. Feel free to comment or make a video reply. Please be nice. I hope you will not be judgmental, and I hope you have a nice week or day. It's really rainy here, so not really doing much today. Bye!